aim to unlock the doors of opinion, unveiling the stories that need to be told. The Morning Express on Mainland 98.3 FM from 5 a.m. to 11 a.m. As this is the Morning Express on Mainland 98.3 FM.
Welcome on board the Morning Express.
Good morning.
Welcome. Thank you for being on standby. I'm Sage Babalola, and this is Mainland Focus on Mainland 98.3 FM. Constraints, as much as you'd like to comment on, not to worry. Across all the different programs that we have on Mainland FM, we sometimes take these headlines, build an intent, not discuss it throughout the rest of the day. Different print on Mainland Focus. We're looking at two issues. We're looking at the state of security, or well, insecurities, honestly, of the desire of former President Goodluck Jonathan to compete in the 2027 general elections. We'll first talk about the book Scars, Nigeria's Journey and the Boko Haram Conundrum, that was written by a former Chief of Defense. Insecurity in the country, and he says there are many factors to consider. There's the economic factors, there's the political factor, there's social factors, diplomatic factors in place to fight insecurity, and that a state of emergency might be the best move in the fight against insurgency and insecurity and Boko Haram attacks in Nigeria. There are many other military heads who have supported this call for a state of emergency, but the question is so much that the state of emergency might not be able to do anything. What do you consider to be the foundational issues if we were to start solving insecurity in the country? What would be the plan? What would of defense staff, or was once the chief of defense staff? So this is somebody who understands how the system works, having been a part of it, and he's saying that a state of emergency should be declared. Would you also say that a number of governors, for example, who are maybe not as terrible in Kaduna State, Katsina State, all these other places where Plateau State, for example, where all these terrible things have happened, do you think that it's fear that a state of emergency might mean them losing their power, born out of the fact that a state of emergency in River State, sort of emergency in their state, because a lot of governors seems to be pushing back, although quite silently, against the state of emergency? But if a state of emergency is what this military person says is required to solve insecurity, what states do we declare the state of emergency? What principles do we institute when we administer the state of emergency? What do we need to do? How do we solve the problem declared if we're serious about solving insecurity? And we must open military, and has joined the list of political ambition to run again as president in 2027 might be a problem for him. We have more than three times to run for president. You're not qualified. And we have an Adam M쏘ɪᴜᴜ who is downright saying, well, we've defeated you before. Say that, well, it's going to be a stain on your reputation, right? You have been vindicated. All the things that you were accused of not being able to do, right? This administration has also not been able to do it. So you've been vindicated. You're no longer the bad guy. Why do you want to soil your hands again at dirty game? Everyone seems to be pushing back to the idea of Jonathan running in 2027. Mind you, the man himself has not opened his mouth or made any statement whatsoever to indicate that he has an interest to run. But of course, those around him, friends, political, what do I call them now, have been saying, well, he might run. Affiliations already makes you're not supposed to run, because you can't be sworn in more than 3 times. Even if you win, you can't be sworn in more than 3 times, etc., etc. So what are your thoughts? Why is this pushback against the decision? Or if Jonathan decides to run, why is there so much pushback? What consequences will there be? What implications are there? Adam M쏘ɪᴜᴜ thinks that only his enemies will ask him to run again. If you are opposition and you think that his decision to run is going to pose a problem for him, that his decision to run is going to lead to his political downfall, why not let it play out? Is that not what opposition does? Why are you so of emergency for security and also Goodluck Jonathan? Why is the opposition continuing to make statements talking about the 0913-6000410 is the phone line. WhatsApp is 0913-6000430. WhatsApp again 0913-6000430. Get your contribution. Now please, time management is essential. You have 1 minute for your submission. Yes, we might allow you an opportunity for a few extra seconds to land your point, but once we give you the prompt to round off your thoughts, that's not the time to pick up a new point. When we say thank you very much, please round off your thoughts, immediately start to round off your thoughts, or we might be forced to discontinue the conversation. So when we tell you, when we give you the prompts to finish your contribution, kindly do so, round off immediately so we can take many contributions. All right, don't forget to tell me your name, where you're calling from, and don't forget to turn down the volume on your radio. Let's take our first call for the morning. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
My name is Simon. I'm calling. It doesn't matter anybody. If an leader should come out and contest against President Tinubu, the person will defeat President Tinubu. They are saying that when fire enters into your body, they know that they have not performed. They know that they will be rejected by all Nigerians that they have inflicted hardship on. That is their problem. They are saying that they don't want to see any opponent. That is their problem. That's concerning the issue of insecurity. Well, I don't know, in a state society, since everything has been.
Yeah, Peter Montes, my name from Shomulo.
Yes, welcome.
It's unfortunate that up to today, until both retired and serving generals are giving us solution. This one is talking about declaration of a state of emergency. It has been suggested over and over again. It is not that the situation overwhelms you. Political will. If there is no political will to fight insurgency, so what is the government doing, being a government? And you see a situation where a government, whether two of us, and they have not debunked it, we are given some names. It makes me feel sad. Sometimes I feel reluctant to call. Because we are recycling this story. The government refuses to fight insurgency. And then we still talk about it. Nigerians are being killed on daily basis everywhere. Youth coppers, children, women, pregnant women, and we still talk about it. But for Jonathan, he has told us, why are you going to? They will let the judge.
Good morning to you, Sage.
Good morning to you.
Happy, how was your weekend?
It was great.
Happy New Year to you and everybody in the studio.
Thank you.
You see, concerning the overtaking by events, what the government need to do, they have made the mistake at the issue. The two ministers don't know anything about security. You see about the military will obey their commands, and you understand their language. So they lure him to come and join the presidential race. Fine. We will divide the southern votes, but I know that the northern vote is a block vote for our people. Whatever way they look at it.
All right, thank
you.
you.
It is good. Let him join if you like.
Good morning to you.
God bless you this morning.
Thank you.
How's my friend Fuad?
He's doing well.
Very good. God bless all of you. Madam said the two issues we're focusing on this morning. Actually, I mean, this is Barrister Peter Oko, and I'm calling from Montgomery land. The two issues we are focusing on this morning, in my corruption and lack of accountability in this country, that is what is facing us, and we have not shown the courage to deal with these twin issues. I agree that he's in a position to know better, having been that Nigeria should be under any state of emergency again. It's worse. Since the APC government came in, they have not been able to fight. Angelina.
Welcome.
You were when it was said that it's like they don't even want us to. They will ask you, Madam Sage. And then everything about it is targeted as rigging. You send talks to come and harass people in the areas that you know what it. So I support for us. Because the way they are doing it, the way they are going, they just want to have a particular person to just stand against himself. That's what the APC wants.
So I think we might as well just leave because. Okay.
Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning. Do you mind speaking up, please? We're having
The book notes of the former general, Lucky Rabo. What did he do when he was there? He did nothing. He said the humongous amount of money budgeted for the defense. He said they live for easy. There's nothing about Nigeria. When they are in power, let them keep quiet. They are not focused of internal security. So I believe in the president. I believe absolutely 100% absolutely in the president. It's going to
declared. We're not talking about capacity of the president, or that's not what we're talking about. Should a state of emergency be declared as recommended by the former chief of defense staff? It's a very simple question, sir.
It's wrong.
But yes or no, it's not a no. Thank you very much for calling. You have a beautiful morning. Hello. Hello. Oh, I do make it back. Hello, good morning.
Yes, the chief of defense staff. My question to General Rabo retired is that why is it that the emergency rule is talking about the creation of a state of emergency is to curb temporary insurrection in the state, right? That is just it. Hello, Sage, are you there? After that, what happened? I think the list was given to this country. That's those who sponsor this thing, and till today nobody gave me food to reveal those who are sponsoring them. So it's not about state of emergency. The second issue that on the state for 8 years, let me put Buhari regime and Jonathan regime on the table and examine it which one is today. That is the simple truth. So I'm not taking his word serious at the moment.
Good morning to you.
Yes, is that what you?
I'm well, thank you.
Yeah, then, thank you for the chat card. I saw the chat card last Wednesday. To my first. I see it.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Hello.
Hello,
Good morning to you.
Thank
That's not the focus of the day, sir. We're talking about insecurity, declaration of state of emergency, or Adams Oshiomhole advising Jonathan not to run because he...
That's fine. He didn't know how to play that game. He didn't know Jonathan will not run for the presidency. He's just pulling his leg. Understand? On the issue of state of emergency.
Talking about better, yes. Thank you so much for calling. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you, sir.
What I want to say, I'm telling you, if he come out, he just let him ask you, he don't respect to big office, let him collect the respect and stuff for his house. Let him support people. Let them go rest. If they consider they go fair.
Bishiron, the ADC or the Labour Party?
I heard that P2B, that's what I heard, though, that P2B is not in Labour Party again. But he just P2B, nobody in Labour Party before.
If he was to run, under what party? Who would give him the ticket?
Any party where P2B is there, Nigeria could vote for him. Me, I will vote for him. Any party.
Okay.
Again.
All right, thank you. Let's not turn the head of the conversation upside down so people don't call and then make that the new focus of the day. The focus for this morning, we're talking two issues. Chief of Defense Staff, former Chief of Defense Staff Lucky Irabo, he did launch a book talking about the scars that insecurity has left the Boko Haram conundrum, amongst other things, and solve the issue of insecurity that continue to bedevil the country. He talks about all the strategies that we need to put in place if we're serious about this, and then he ultimately, alongside of course other security heads, even former security heads, says that it's time for us to declare a state of emergency on security in the country. And Fuad was kind enough to explain to us, though some of our rights as citizens may be tampered with in the name of ensuring peace is restored, for example curfews, you have a freedom of movement, but because there is a deliberate plan to curb disease where when there's war, men 18 and above are forced to stay and fight. There are countries like that where they do that, just martial law to defend the country, or martial law is declared in different countries. But at work, asking for your opinion. Do you think with insecurity in the country? Secondly, Adams Oshiomhole granted an interview, I believe over the weekend, where he had said that Goodluck Jonathan should not bother running for president in 2027. He's been defeated many times, and he's not the only one who has said it. Other political leaders, especially those in the opposition, have been quite loud about the rumored thought you can't be sworn in more than 3 times. You finished the tenure of the late Umar Musa Yar'Adua, and you did 2 terms as well. Who said, well, you've been defeated multiple times in the past. There's no need for you to do it. Even some callers have said that, well, this is a man of great standing. He's respected, he's revered across the entire nation. His decision to run again will force him to put it to use, and so there's no need for him to meddle in all of that. Let him just retain the respect that the nation now has for him, saying that he has been vindicated. That's the position of the average Nigerian. So what are your thoughts? First of all, why do you think the opposition is this loud about the whole situation? The people around him that are saying he will run, is the people around him saying he has been having strategic meetings and he might run. If the man has not even said anything, why is the opposition quoting the law, advising him? Why did he appoint themselves political advisor to former President Goodluck Jonathan? Is this because the camp of the opposition is jittery? Are they afraid that this man might have the upper hand? Or they're simply saying there's no need for you to waste your time, you don't stand the chance? Why do you think there's so much pushback, especially from the opposition, with the rumors of Goodluck Jonathan? These are the 2 issues up for discuss. I'll take 3 phone calls. I'll go through the messages so we can have a balance of contribution here. Remember to tell me your name, where you're calling from, and you have 1 minute for your contributions. Hello.
Good morning, sis.
Morning to you.
This is
We can. I think you have a bad connection. You might need to call back. Yes. Hello.
Hello.
Good.
Cake. I got that.
I don't eat cake.
So bad. I'm very happy for you. Your statement said you can't in anything that is being troubled by terrorists and Boko Haram. I'm in support of it, but the government will charge. That was the security squad. That's my advice for that. And for President Jonathan, is 100% plus 1 qualified to contest the election in this country. But the opportunity, I mean, any person in Nigeria, I think this 6-year plus. So for me, why the government is being expected to do what and in Nigeria to do is because that accepting defeat it's a very bad criticism. All the money we have been given to you will be rubbish. So for me, because as I'm talking to you, I accept the power. In where I do my business, I was the president of that bishop for complete 4 years. Not telling anybody that being national is a leader. You can do your help to be a leader. Every time you go, take on that fight. You know, good.
Thank you. All right then, let's read messages. Yeah, of losing election and bouncing back. Jonathan, you weren't very kind to Jonathan as advisors. I wonder. Venture is before he sees better ways of solving Nigeria's problem. General Irabo was chief of defense staff. What did he do during his time? It's a shame. The state of emergency is not the issue. The president should give the soldiers a matching order to go after the bandits and the Boko Haram and the killers and terrorists. They should stop giving amnesty to unless send that particular message. Let me see WhatsApp. Ooh. Thank you so much for your contribution. Good morning, Mainland FM. President Tinubu is jumping up and down looking for investors, but see how the union is frustrating. Thank you very much. Good morning, Sage and Fuad. Trust your boat well, and happy birthday again to you, Sage. Well, thank you very much. Many more life ahead. Oga Fuad, when we keep standing on the fact, yes, on former President Jonathan, I want to matters from a democratic standpoint. We presently have, we're headed nowhere. God help us, Fidelis from Shomolu. We have Wale Oguntoku from Ikeja who says, good morning, Sage and Fuad. Declaring a state of emergency cannot solve our current security problem. 400,000, perhaps. The only way to resolve our security issue is to restructure the country into about 8 or 10 regions with resource control and state policing. No region will want to harbor terrorists, bandits, and kidnappers. Hence, when the heat is on them, bloodbath here and there, it would appear like an abnormal day in our country. Bandits and terrorists that are ravaging the state. On Jonathan's rumored presidential return, please, who made Oshiomhole and co Jonathan's advisor? He doesn't belong to the same party. Neither has Jonathan asked for advice. Even the response from the presidency over the rumored comeback of Jonathan shows how jittery they are over the ex-president. I'm at that confused because Nigerians had an opportunity to keep him there, right? He lost. They didn't show him that love. And I remember I was quite, well, I wasn't this wise, but I remember that I don't know if this is an image I formed in my head or it actually happened, but I remember it. Right, so this love for Jonathan, I also need your opinion on this notion. Yes. Anyways, good morning. I'm Sam from Agodo. I think Oshiomhole is just protecting his job. There's nothing wrong with Jonathan contesting if he wishes. Stone. Gas is a natural resource that's surplus in Imo State. Few individuals are punishing the masses. The recent certificate scandal involving energy.
Hello.
Good morning.
Yeah. Good morning.
Morning to you, sir.
Thank you very much. Yes, this is Malam Bello Usman calling from Wooded State.
Welcome.
Jonathan from the ruling APC is not even welcome in any way because the duty of who is in the hands of APC. I think APC want to contest and win 2027. If they want to contest and win 2027, they should wait so that if Jonathan contests and fail, then automatically they will become a winner. But the idea under the Jonathan and Jonathan did not make use of it. But the subsidy was removed with Nigeria at that time. When this government came, they took that in their own country like a slave. So what are we talking about? They should keep their advice to themselves till 2027. If Jonathan is going to be, and God bless you, my sister.
Bless you too. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Morning to you.
Yes, my name is Shola.
Yes.
I'm calling from my state this morning.
Welcome.
Happy birthday, Maria.
Oh, thank you so much.
So let me start with the partner in this problem. If our so-called leaders, when they are doing some affairs, they don't do the next thing. If not a state of emergency is needed to tackle the insurgency in the midst. But the state of emergency we are talking about here is not the type of political state of emergency. With the collaboration of its service chiefs, the national security advisor, the state governor, you understand? They will sit down. And even before that, there is no stop going for them. Also the election will be followed and so far. This man will stay up. There is a movie around that. Say that with people will mention. The borders should be well secured. The army, if you have anybody, you are going to look at how Israel is doing with this international. You understand? They will tell message to those people. Let them know that they are coming there. So that is how it should be done. Not all these things that have president. Jonathan. For me, personally, I will tell Jonathan to back to them. He's a big person. He only has a good attitude.
Good morning. Hello. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Morning to you.
Yeah, this is calling from Ikeja.
Welcome.
Yes, the Red and Bayelsa State High Court have declared, make it clear that Jonathan is qualified to contest. That's clear, that clear. Secondly, the one Oshiomhole is talking about, they will get a good block from the north. Because the north will be 100% sure that he will do 1 year and they will take over. They will not take over. So they know that the whole north will give him a block so that he will release these people for government. So they are sure that they are panicking. So advise the Buhari that time that we should do this type of thing. Buhari will not give him the go ahead. He will not approve it. So it's not suggesting to this government again. The man will suggest this and if you support, they should declare an emergency in those states, but the government should remain. It has happened before when Jonathan was there. That is a big difference. So then the government is to Nigeria.
Ideally, a state of emergency should not involve removing the governors of democracy in that particular state. It's unfortunate what we saw in Rivers State where democracy was somewhat suspended. That's not what the Constitution necessarily says. So the worst form of insecurity is a national issue, but there are some states that have it worse than others. Would you say that it is the fear from these governors that, well, if of emergency? So how then do we make them understand? I mean, I would like to think that they know what the Constitution says, yes, but let's hear what your own opinion is about this issue. A state of emergency, is that a step in the right direction? it has nothing to do with the state of emergency. What other instruments do you think we can apply if we're going to solve insecurity in the country? Or are you behind the thought process, the problems we have economically, the problems that we have with our social cohesion, how we interact with each other, the problems that we have with the military, the problems that we have in intelligence gathering? What are your thoughts? Do you support? Do you have a contrary opinion? And line 0913-6000-410. WhatsApp is 0913-6000-430. We're live on Facebook and on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm not calling from a comedian.
Welcome.
Yeah. No, they are not using it. If they are using Nakata was suspended for 6 months, where is it in the constitution? They swallow it. Now, somebody who won an election and they sworn in clean. Yes, constitutional. There's somebody who did not win an election and they sworn him in. Which one is the best? It's unfair. The security fund they are giving to them, what are they using it for? They are now want to send for state of emergency. That if you put state of emergency, include that 6 months for them.
Sir, ideally, you're not. The Constitution doesn't say you have to suspend the governor. They can go on doing their governorship whilst the state of emergency is declared. They don't have to leave. The Constitution doesn't say they have to leave.
Yes, what I'm saying is that if they will stay there now for state of emergency for 4 years.
No,
that's my question.
No, because they were not asked to stop governing. You can still govern. You can still very much govern. You're just working in collaboration with federal power. That's it. There's separation of power. There's some things that the federal government cannot just do in a state. You can't just go to a state and do. We can have more military personnel in that state. Certain decisions can be made on behalf of the governor by the federal government. It doesn't mean that he doesn't have his authority as governor of the state. It's just that he would have to confer with federal power in exercise to know. It's just that the federal government has authority to do certain things. I want to disburse certain funds with the backing of the federal government. So it's not like he will be asked to go sit down in a corner, face the wall and raise up his hand or anything like that. It's just the situation in River State threw in. But let's take another phone call. Hello. Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Yes, my name is Don Peters.
Welcome. Hello.
Thank you. Yes, I'm hearing you. I'm here. Okay. Loud and clear.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
Okay, my take on this. Jonathan integrity is impact. The time Nigeria need the people of integrity. So the people of integrity in the hands of the affair right now. So when Oshomola is advised and Kiamo, you can see what is coming from their tone is jittery. They know that Nigerian will go in and vote for Jonathan whenever he declares that he will be contesting for election. We don't need option. We don't need their opinion. As far as I'm concerned, what of people law for us? When that comes, Nigeria will know how to cross the bridge. Japan. Thank you very much.
All right.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
I don't see the reason why people in the game, if they feel that they can win Jonathan, whether they contest or not. So I don't see the reason why they should be gypsy over that. Let him contest. But I know that even if he contests, he's going to lose. And it's becoming more controversial this time around. He should devoid himself of being controversial in the Boko Haram state. I think this will not go down well with many of the Northerners. Emergency, and the relationship between state of emergency and insecurity in Nigeria. Those people who are apologists of state of emergency, that the intention of state of emergency, should also tell us those by letting land as it is, but it's not in our constitution. So I don't believe that the declaration of state of emergency, of them are trying to the banks every day because of insecurity in Nigeria. And then our president should have any president for that matter, not only Bola Ahmed Tinubu, because Nigeria is becoming a nuisance in the face of the whole world. And this is the reason why we don't have foreign direct investments in Nigeria.
Thank you.
So because we're in a global village, so we should not be talking about insecurity.
I'm calling you from Lagos Island.
Welcome, gift.
So, for me, so if Jonathan has won the election contested against Buhari, we they had told him not to. For the state of emergency in security,
insurgency with an iron fist. Because what I've noticed is, this bandit my point, if you declare banditry as a shoot on Cyber 200 would rise, that means they're even proud about it. You get my point? They are even happy about it. So if you are saying declaration of emergency, I think it's even overdue. It's wrong overdue. Treat this thing as a criminality that is.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, morning, Sage.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm well, thank you.
Okay. And I want to talk about, my name is Frank, calling the North, or where they have security issues. You see, we have a lot of deception in this country, and people don't tell themselves the truth. And that is why the country, instead of emergency in River State, and some people were cool about it, stop emergency and start with from the president. Let him sit down, let him go out of abdicate. It's not in a particular region. Same thing. The North, same thing. So, and how to go down, sit down, that's the change of that place. It's from my region, or if my brother is this, is my party man. We don't think it's going to work. Thank you.
Our last call for the morning. Hello. All right. Good morning, Sage. I'm AAA from Ojo. I'm appealing to remember how they abandoned them when they were defeated in 2015. So restructuring of the polity is one of the main ways to go. Nigeria is defective in terms of structure. Besides, there's no political will. Let each region control its security and economy, and insecurity will abate drastically. It's part of the grand plan to retain power, and nothing will stop them unless back on Jonathan's anticipated run is coming from a place of fear or jittery. So you say. M쏘ɪᴜᴜ and his co-travelers knew that Jonathan's emergency, which this government promised, than Jonathan's political ambition. The call for a declaration of a state of emergency is political. Emergency rule over there won't change anything for better. About insurgency, not once still General Irabo mentioned any region. He didn't say state of emergency in the north. He says a state of emergency on security, or well, in any region, although sadly we have a lot of it on the problem, which is insecurity. Thank you very much. We have good morning. Jonathan should support a diligent man with integrity from the southeast instead of contesting the fourth crime. All institutions have virtually compromised and will not help him in any situation. Peter Obi can fill the vacuum if a normal B runs. You don't think it's going to soil his reputation too? I just want to understand the logic. General was also in power during Buhari's era, in which killing was very high, and we also how a particular tribe were fingered for a lot of farmers killing. We deemed a country of emergency, and for anything opposition, which is a deep no, they have been completely rejected by the people. They don't want to be the opposition political parties. Democracy is a mockery and a camouflage in Nigeria. Dictators sent that particular message. Ooh, let me read this one from Facebook. On former President Jonathan coming out to contest again, I would advise him to keep his global respect and preserve the good name he has. But I can say this, that Jonathan will not contest. He's a wise man. If he decides to come out, they will do everything to make the arrest in 2015. If he wasn't legitimate to contest in 2015, I know that their concern is that if he contempt court has settled that in 2015 and he's eligible, please come view. Whiteside will be joining us for that, where we look at it in an entire month,